What is a Roth IRA and how can you use it to retire with over $1 million?
Everywhere I go, in these busy streets, I'm a criminal.
What is up, guys? My name is Bailey and welcome back to another one of my videos. In this video, I'm going to highlight what I've learned from researching Roth IRAs and how you guys can set it all up. Because when I set it up, I had a few questions and I finally found the answers to them. So before I jump into those answers, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please smash that like button for me. If you guys want more content like this, hit the subscribe button down below and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss any content I upload in the future. Now without any further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. Now one thing to note is that I am no professional when it comes to investing, so invest at your own risk. I'm just giving you guys the knowledge that I have learned, so everything in this video will be my opinion. If you guys find something that you guys want to share, leave it in the comment section down below so everyone else can learn about it and do their own research. Now, what is a Roth IRA? A Roth IRA is a brokerage account for retirement. So what that means is it's pretty much like any other brokerage account. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's pretty much like Robinhood or Webull. If you guys are trading stocks through one of these platforms, they are a brokerage account and you fund that account, then you buy stocks within that brokerage account. So that's pretty much the same thing with your Roth IRA. It's just a retirement account. So then therefore there are some rules that you do have to follow. So a few important rules is that everything you earn in this account will be tax-free. Since you're taking money that you've already paid taxes on, you'll be putting that into your retirement account, and whatever that earns, you'll be getting it tax-free in the account, which is awesome. The second thing is that if you are pulling out your money, you guys need to do it after the age of 59 and a half, because if you do it before then you're going to have to pay fees and penalties, which then defeats the whole purpose of a retirement brokerage account. And then the third thing is that there is a max contribution that you can put towards a Roth IRA, and that is $6,000 every single year. If you are above the age of 50, I do think that you can put in a little bit more. I don't know the exact number on that, but most people who watch my videos are going to be under the age of 50, so the majority of you guys will have a max contribution of $6,000. So jumping into the questions I had, one of the questions was, can you open up multiple Roth IRAs? And the answer is yes, you can open up multiple Roth IRAs. Just know that the max contribution between all of the Roth IRAs is still going to be $6,000. So if you open up 3 different Roth IRAs, then you can only put in $2,000 in each one of those, which then equal a total of $6,000, because you cannot contribute more than $6,000 towards your Roth IRAs. Now the second question I had is if you're getting married or you are married, if your Roth IRA is combined with your significant other, and the answer to that is no. A Roth IRA is an individual account, so therefore you and your spouse can have individual Roth IRAs which have a max contribution of $6,000 each, so then you can contribute $12,000 total between both of those Roth IRAs. The third question I had was, I deposited money into my Roth IRA, but why is it that it's not growing? And the reason because it's not growing is because you need to select the stocks and ETFs you want to invest in. This can be a good and bad thing, because if you know a lot about stocks or ETFs or even mutual bonds, then you can select high tier mutual bonds and ETFs as well as stocks. But if you guys don't know much about it, then you guys are kind of just investing in the dark. So you guys need to do your research on what you guys want to invest in. You can't just put money into this account. You need to select where this money is going after you fund the account. So what I've been funding is ETFs that track the S&P 500. I'm investing in VOO. If you guys watched my previous video when I invested with Robinhood, you guys know that I bought a lot of VOO. So I'll be putting most of my money towards the Fidelity account that I have so that I can grow my retirement account, because my investing is going to be long term, and on top of it, everything that I pull out, all the earnings will be tax-free when I retire, as opposed to pulling it out through Robinhood, where I do have to pay taxes on all the dividends and capital gains. Now the fourth question I had was, when I'm planning on retiring, how can I pull out the funds? And the way you pull out your funds is you just start selling all the shares that you have and everything that you have in your account. So if you bought 10 shares of Apple and they made you X amount, then when you hit the age of 59 and a half, you can just sell off those 10 shares of Apple and then pull out that money back into your bank account, which then will be tax-free. Now there are a couple of brokerage accounts out there that you guys can set up. There are Fidelity, like I've mentioned. There's also Vanguard. I would probably suggest one of those two, as they are the top 2 that I have researched about. And the reason why I use Fidelity is because it has the most reviews on the App Store, and I've always heard Fidelity, Fidelity, Fidelity. So I invested in making a brokerage account through Fidelity. Now, the last question I had was regarding Fidelity and how to find the dividend yield, as well as whether or not they get reinvested. So you guys can select this in your settings of Fidelity, but if you're investing in ETFs, they automatically get reinvested. So that answers the question for that. But if you're investing in stocks, you guys need to set it up to whether or not you want it to be reinvested. When you're doing research on stocks and ETFs to find the dividend, it's also called the distribution yield. So you guys need to look for the distribution yield on the Fidelity account, or on some other brokerage accounts, you guys can look for the dividend yield. So here we are on the Roth IRA calculator through Thrivent. And the reason why I wanted to show you this was to show you guys how powerful compound investing can be and how this investment account can set you up for your retirement. So here we are looking at the starting balance. So let's say you put $6,000 for your first year, and then every year after that, you're putting the max contribution of $6,000. So currently I am 23. If you started this earlier, you'd get more money, obviously. But since I am 23, I'll show you guys the age for what I'm at and how much I can earn when I pull out at the age of 59 and a half or 60. And then right here, right under it, it says the age of retirement. So let's just say 60 because you can't do 59 and a half. Then at the expected rate of return on average, it's going to be about 7%. That's the average. Now, that's not guaranteed, but it is the average. So I'm going to leave that how it is. And then a marginal tax rate, let's leave it at 24%, what it's set at. So your total contribution that you're putting in until you're age 60 from putting $6,000 every single year will be $222,000 for the entire time that you're putting money into this account. But the overall account worth is going to be $1.1 million. Now, that's going to be tax-free, so that's very powerful. By only putting $222,000 for your entirety of your working life, you'll be getting over $1 million if you're starting at the age of 23. Now, if you started earlier, so let's say you started at the age of 18 and you did the same thing, you'll be getting almost $1.6 million at a 7% rate of return. So that is very powerful since it is all tax-free. That's the money that can set you up for the rest of your life. So it's just nice where you only work for a fraction of the amount that you'll be earning. So that is very awesome. And that is why I am investing into the Roth IRA that I have set up. Now, if you guys are planning on setting up a Roth IRA, I would definitely recommend you guys do it at a younger age because it will compound longer for you. And I don't want to retire at the age of 60. Let's say I want to retire at the age of 65, and let's change this back to 23. So it's going to put me back at the 1.6 million as if I started investing at the age of 18. So one thing I forgot to mention is that you can contribute whatever you want and pull out whatever you contributed with no fees. So if you ended up putting $6,000 into the account and you ended up making an additional $3,000, so your account is worth $9,000, you can pull out the $6,000 at any point in time without incurring any fees. The main takeaway from this video is that if you guys are planning on investing long term, you might as well set up a Roth IRA because everything you earn is going to be tax free. If you do it through Robinhood, like I said, you're going to have to pay taxes when you cash out your stocks and your ETFs. But if you do it through a Roth IRA, there are guidelines that you do need to follow, but when you pull out, it's going to be completely tax free. That is pretty much what I have for you guys in this video. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please smash that like button for me. If you guys want more content like this, hit the subscribe button down below and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss any content I upload in the future. And like always, if you guys have any questions at all regarding this or anything I mentioned in the video, leave it down in the comment section down below because if I get notified of it, I'll always respond to you. And I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.
Everywhere I go, in these busy streets, I'm a criminal.